Hello everybody. Today we are talking about driving and parking in Manhattan. So part A, driving. That's a kind of brief conversation. Not recommended for the uninitiated, for the unfamiliar. Unless you have experience driving on the NASCAR circuit, or perhaps you've driven a tank under combat conditions, I would not recommend driving in Manhattan. You'll be competing with Uber drivers, with UPS delivery trucks, with pedestrians who believe you have no place on the road. So, unless you choose to drive very late at night, very early in the morning, I think you will find it a very anxiety-producing experience. Having said that, some of you will still insist on driving in Manhattan, and for those of you who are doing it, we need to have a serious conversation about parking in Manhattan. You can't just pull into a parking lot, take your ticket, and pay when you exit, because if you do that, you could end up paying $40 or $50 or even $60 for the time you've spent parking while you visited a museum or the theater. So you have a few options. One is to park in a parking lot, but to do that effectively, you need to go to a website like Spot Hero or Parking Panda, look at the various prices that are available for the times you choose to park, and select a parking lot accordingly. It might well be worth your while to walk a quarter of a mile or even a half a mile from your ultimate destination if it can result in a 50% saving on the parking. Believe it or not, there are times where you can actually pay to park on the streets of Manhattan, and even other times when you could park on the streets of Manhattan for free. How does that work? So there is a very good website called NYC Parking Signs and Locator, and if you go to that, it's an official New York City website. You scroll down to another option called Look Up Parking Signs for Any City Street, and by putting in the street you choose to park on and the two nearest cross streets, it will give you the parking regulations for each side of the street, the hours you can park, what the circumstances are, and whether there's a fee for parking. Manhattan and the other boroughs have essentially eliminated most of the meter parking, and it has been replaced by parking machines where you put in a credit card or coin and purchase the amount of time that you choose to park. Be very careful when you read the signs and make sure you understand the signs correctly, because for those of you who do not understand what you're doing, you might come back to find that your car has been towed, or not so bad, but financially very bad, that you've received a very hefty parking ticket. Sunday is the day of blessing for parkers in Manhattan, because on Sunday, the rules that relate to metered parking are waived. You can park for free all day at all of those metered parking locations. I think that this is a brief overview. There is certainly a lot of opportunity for those people that choose to do their research, understand about paid parking in advance, understand about on-street parking in advance, understand about metered parking, and certainly during the period between Thanksgiving and New Year's, when New York City experiences its highest level of gridlock, I would avoid the most popular areas of Midtown Manhattan. Enjoy your visit to New York City. I'll see you again soon. Enjoy.